This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard. Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello, welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 172. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today we have Kevin Rakestraw. How you doing, Kevin?
Doing pretty good.
And we're also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Pretty good.
Some breaking news that came out today before we get started. Did you guys see that Phil Lord and Chris Miller are now going to be officially directing a Star Wars movie?
What?
Yep.
Oh, quick question. How many are there going to be?
Well, there's...
Because it seems like everyone's making one.
Well, there's...
Another quick question. Who the fuck are they?
Phil Lord and Chris Miller are the directors of the Lego Movie and 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. They also did The Last Man on Earth, the TV show that was pretty great.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yep. Fun fact, his name in that show was Phil Miller.
Get it?
Yep.
Do you get it? Can you explain it to me?
But then it was revealed that his real name is actually Tandy. Or no, his middle name I think is Tandy or something. So they started calling him Tandy. Yeah, so Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they'll be directing a spin-off, which is going to be about young Han Solo.
Well, of course.
Normally I would not be into that idea, but with Phil Lord and Chris Miller, I think that they're probably going to make something good out of it.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they don't.
There's going to be a lot of Star Wars coming up, Kevin.
I know, it's like, it's going to be every weekend. It's going to be a Star Wars movie coming out.
The way that they have it set up, though, it's looking very, very promising. Very promising. The directors that they have lined up and the stories, they're going to be good.
Do you think that that's what they're going to do? Like 2017 or something? They're just going to take over every single opening weekend of the year? And it's just going to be Star Wars forever?
I think there's going to be probably two Star Wars movies a year. At least one a year, at the very least. Because 2016, or when does The Force Awakens come out? Is that this year or next year?
I don't know.
I think it's this year.
Probably next year.
I can't remember. I think it might be this year, like around Christmas.
What?
But the one that Lord and Miller are directing is slated for 2018, so that's going to be coming out in May of 2018.
Oh my goodness.
So there's probably going to be like one of the main films and then also one of the spin-offs. Or maybe they'll take a year off from doing the main films and supplement them with the spin-off. Either way, I'm pretty excited.
You're all amped up, aren't you?
I am. When I saw Terminator in the theater, they had the trailer for Star Wars, and it was the one that I already saw, but I haven't seen the trailer in 3D, and I saw Terminator in 3D at the IMAX, and that was the best part of seeing Terminator, let's put it that way.
What are we here to talk about?
What are we here to talk about, Ryan?
Food
Foodfight.
He couldn't fucking be bothered.
Foodfight. Picked this in honor of Minions coming out this week. I wanted to give you a bad CG movie because, to me, at least, Minions looks like a bad CG movie. I don't get the appeal of these Minions. I see them everywhere I go. I'm looking at a stupid ad for them right now.
They're everywhere.
And they're the most annoying, asinine things ever. Every subway stop I go to, Minions. As far as the eye can see, those little fucking yellow turds.
The kids love them.
I just don't get it. You know, there's some things that I can understand. I have a feeling if I was a kid, I would not love the Minions.
Yeah, right. You'd be all over.
I don't think I would be.
T-shirts.
Nope.
You'd be out right now buying Minion Twinkies.
Nope.
Crazy.
I don't think I would.
Belt.
I actually liked Despicable Me, but my least favorite part was those Minions. But in the first Despicable Me, they weren't in it as much.
Just get a Phantom back.
Okay.
Fanny packs make everything better.
I didn't know that. Is that a
okay.
life hack?
It is.
A life hack. Get a fanny pack. Your life will improve.
Not many people are aware of it, but it's a fact.
Okay. So, Food Fight came out in 2012. It is written and directed by Lawrence Kasdanov, and I have a synopsis here. The evil brand X joins a supermarket that becomes a city after closing time. It stars the voices of Charlie Sheen, Hilary Duff, Ava Longoria, Wayne Brady, Christopher Lloyd, Chris Kattan. Larry Miller's in there too, Edward Asner, Jerry Stiller, Christine Baranski. There's a lot of freaking people in this. Haley Duff, Cloris Leachman, Harvey Firestein. Now, Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Food Fight?
Well, right off the bat, I'm gonna say that the animation kind of looks like Reboot.
You were gonna say.
It's been a long time.
It looks almost exactly like Reboot.
This is one of the few times where I will say, yes, I can see the reboot correlation. We're going to call it the reboot correlation from now on.
And it also kind of reminded me of, what's that fucking religious shit with the vegetables?
Oh, Veggie Tales.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Reminded me a lot of them. Basically, this animated dog, has an animated girlfriend, which is a cat. And out of nowhere, she gets kidnapped. And this new company tries to move into the supermarket and make all their products, make all the other products go away. And when this happens, Ava Longoria's character comes in, and you find out later that she was refurbished, basically. She was sent back to the factory and redesigned and repackaged. And yes, those are both actual words she uses. And eventually the dog detective saves the day, and he goes after the mystery of the brand X. That's what they're all called. And solves it with his stupid airplane friend. He's got like a, what do you call it? Daredevil friend.
His airplane friend? Is he like actually an airplane?
No, he's a little chocolate moose.
Oh.
And he flies the airplane. And he's a stunt guy. And they saved the day, and I believe Ava Longoria gets killed, and there's a lot of sex puns, and a lot of regular puns, and that's the end of the movie.
So, what did you think of this movie?
It was absolutely terrible.
Oh.
There's not much else. I mean, there are a lot of stupid puns throughout the entire movie.
You really stuck on those puns.
And I can all read them. Alright, get a shelf life. One dude says nut. Ava Longoria says, I'd like to butter your bread. There's a new squeeze of the juice box. Instead of shit face, they say chip face because they're potatoes that get drunk and break.
Wait, the potato chips get drunk?
Yes.
What do they get drunk off of? Dip?
No, can't remember the title. I think it's actually alcohol, or supposed to be alcohol.
Bud Light Lime?
They have a joke where they say someone has inferior packaging, and that's like a downer.
I just watched the trailer for this.
They have more puns crying over spilled milk.
Nice.
Now
Nice.
Echo and pop out of here. Shit. I wrote a whole bunch of
Okay.
Lake of the icing, strawberry jam out of here. Gum up the works. I'm going to pop your corn.
You just wrote down everything.
It's not happening.
So, here's the thing about this movie. I saw most of this movie. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing, from start to finish, but
I would have a feeling that you would know if you saw the whole thing. I don't think that you could that you could forget that.
I saw it in bits and pieces, like segments of it, because there used to be a live stream that had Foodfight 24/7, where they would just replay this movie over and over again, forever.
Is that still a thing?
No, I was looking it up as Ryan was rattling off his puns, and I couldn't find it. It looks like the stream was taken down, but it was up for like 2 years straight. It was crazy. And you could just watch Foodfight whenever, and it was just on repeat over and over again. And the way that this movie is, it's not like a bad movie. Like if we had him watch an Asylum film or something, and you can kind of pick out the ridiculous parts. Almost every single line, every scene in this movie is unbelievably horrible.
And when they speak puns, they rattle them off one after the other.
Like, it's just the most ridiculous shit you will ever see.
Well, and I'm kind of confused by the dog's girl, because you said that she's a cat.
Yeah.
But then I'm looking at pictures here, and I watched the trailer, and it just looks like a human, and they just gave her cat ears.
She has cat ears and it looks like she's wearing makeup, like cat makeup on her face. But that's the creepy thing about this movie is it's chock full of really bizarre innuendo, sexual innuendo, and it's very creepy.
I always thought it was made for adults.
Yeah, it's really weird. And this is notably one of the worst films ever made. It's number 11 on the IMDb bottom 100. And it's notorious for its production. It supposedly has the budget is somewhere, what did I read? It ended up being like almost $100 million. It was like 65 million or something.
That's insanity.
And according to Wikipedia, let me find it here.
According to Wikipedia, the budget is $45 million, and the box office is 73,000.
It says the producers defaulted on a loan, and in September of 2011, creditors auctioned off the film's assets and all associated rights. And then in 2012, the film had a direct-to-DVD release. It was originally supposed to come out in 2003, but it didn't come out till 2012. And it doesn't even look like it's finished. It looks like...
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a PlayStation 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. Or maybe PlayStation 2. It looks so terrible. like all the textures and all the details. There's nothing. There's just nothing there. And like Ryan said, it does look like one of those early CG, like another one that comes to mind is Transformers Beast Wars. I remember that used to be on Fox in the mornings, and it was CG, and it just looks so poorly made. It had no budget.
When they're outside of the town and they zoom in, like there's portions of the town that are just completely not there. There's nothing there.
Like they didn't fully render.
Yeah, it looks like the movie wasn't even done. They weren't even finished animating it, and they just put it out there. But see, even if it did have decent animation, it wouldn't save the movie from being a train wreck.
No, because it sounds like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, why are we making a movie with, brand name mascots?
Yeah.
Why? Who's all in here, Ryan? Because I see at the what is that, Starkist tuna or something?
Yeah.
Mr. Clean's in there.
Mr. Clean's in it. Mrs. Butterworth?
Raisins, they're in there.
The Vlasic pickle stork.
Yep.
Twinkie. Looks like Twinkie's in there.
Now, are they like, because they look legit, are they actually like the legit mascots? Are they like...
They appear so, yeah.
Yeah, they're the legit mascots, and that was another big point of contention with this movie.
Because doesn't it seem like the look of the movie, the way it looks, and how terrible it is, you would think that they would be like knockoffs. But they're
not.
Legit. So I'm confused as to why these companies were like, yeah, this is a good idea, let's do it.
Probably because it was before the movie was ever, started being made, and they thought, well, this is a really good opportunity to get our name out there, get some advertising.
I hope a lot of people learned a lot of lessons. Because don't you think that these companies, like, just seeing one rough cut, just be like, holy shit.
We made a huge mistake.
No, we're backing out of this. This is awful.
Going back to the funding, it says that here that a $25 million joint investment into the project was made by Threshold and the Korean investment company Natural Image, and then the remaining budget was $50 million. And it says the producers of the film expected that foreign pre-sales and loans against the sales would provide the remaining portion of the budget, which was $50 million. And then regarding the product placement, it says here that the film was denounced for taking product placement to the extreme and doing it in a film targeted at children. And then Kazanov responded to the controversy by noting that they were not paid any money for the brand inclusion, and therefore the addition of known brands did not constitute product placement, though the brands were expected to provide $100 million worth of cross-promotion. So it's like, come on, dude. Sure, you weren't paid to have those things in there, but you kind of were.
Yeah, well, obviously. I mean, who the hell would think that they didn't get anything, something? You're going to get something from that deal.
I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like Toy Story. When the supermarket closes, all of the characters come to life.
But don't you think that you would try and pick, if you're going to do this, don't you think that you're going to try and pick better mascots than the Vlasic pickle guy and fucking tuna? I mean, what kids are getting excited about? Oh my god, it's the stork from the pickle jar. Oh my god, my dreams have come true.
Yeah! Vlasic pickle.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my. Yeah, you would think. I mean, there's tons of brands that you could bring to life.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you would do it with cereal. But I would guess that the cereal companies were like, there's no way we're fucking doing that. Yeah. And then Vlasic was so desperate that they're just like, yes, please.
Please. We want our bird and everything. What about Mr. Peanut? We've
been trying to break in to cinema for years.
We've been trying to get the Vlasic pickle movie off the ground for decades. What about Mr. Peanut? He's a pretty iconic character. Was he in it?
No.
Oh.
Lisa, I don't remember seeing him. Now watch this twice.
Now I'm noticing that there's a lot of in the DVD cover here. There's hot dogs, there's hamburgers, there's pizza, there's pancakes, there's cupcakes. What is that all about? Why is this stuff just flying through the air?
That's what when they fight with food.
Why are they fighting again?
Because
Because they lost all their money?
this whole brand X situation.
Oh.
That's
Now,
right.
Now who's this Brand X person?
It's Eva Longoria and
Is it just straight up Ava Longoria?
She is. She
Yeah,
plays
It's
herself.
not animated or anything?
they're trying to get all their stuff in there and everything else out.
Oh, okay.
All the other products out.
So are they like Walmart brand? Are they like the supermarket Wise brand stuff?
I guess, sort of, I get.
They're the generic brand, and they're trying to get all the name brands out of here.
Yes, yes.
Does the Vlasic pickle store kill anyone?
With his beak.
Please say yes.
Does he pickle anybody? Does he kill them and then pickle them?
No, it does not.
Oh, fuck. Seems like a missed opportunity. Does Mrs. Butterworth, does she have like a borderline racist voice?
I don't remember. I think he said like maybe 2 words, and I think it sounds like Mrs. Butterworth.
So yes. So the answer is yes. Mildly racist. Does she rip off the top of her head and shoot syrup out of it at people?
Yeah, I do remember syrup shooting.
Well, the voice of Mrs. Butterworth is by Edie McClurg, who you may know from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She was the receptionist in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, wow.
So,
Fantastic.
not an African-American woman, so hopefully she did not have an African-American woman's voice.
Was when she took her lid off and shot syrup everywhere, did they use that opportunity for a double entendre?
I don't remember.
Well, what would that double entendre... Oh, we were thinking of Aunt Jemima. I was actually thinking of Aunt Jemima.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking of, too.
Not Mrs. Butterworth. Now we're the racists. Damn it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well. What would the double entendre be with her ripping off the top of her head and shooting syrup out? Like ejaculating? She ejaculates syrup from her head.
I could easily see that happening.
What about the Star-Kissed tuna guy? What does he do? Are there any double entendres with that?
They don't say. They all don't say very much. He says like 2 words, I believe.
Does he just say, Star-Kissed tuna?
He just pops in frame and goes, tuna!
I can't
Star-Kissed.
remember exactly what he said. I don't care that much.
Now, what's up with the detective dog? Is he like a food mascot, or is he just some weird-ass fucking dog?
I think he's just some dickhead.
And he's like the keeper of the supermarket.
He's a dog detective, of course.
So that's the security guard for the entire supermarket is a dog that dresses up in clothes and has sex with a human that has cat ears. I just want to make sure I'm getting all of this correct.
And Hilary Duff, who's probably like 12 when this movie was recorded, and Charlie Sheen, who's probably 50 when this was recorded. They're hooking up. Okay.
So when was this made? Because
Well, it was supposed to come out.
When I first heard about it, I thought, oh shit, this is one of those old movies that kind of gets rediscovered because they're so terrible. But I'm saying, it says 2012. That can't be right.
That's when it came out. It wasn't. It was made way back because in 2002, while the film was still in development, the hard drives containing the film in progress were stolen, and the filmmakers had to start over.
Oh man, someone did the world a
Oh
solid.
god. They were stolen, and the filmmakers had to start over. I mean, can you imagine that?
Well, it just blows my mind that they didn't stop. Like, don't you think that that would be a time where you kind of take a break and you're like looking around at each other and just saying like, you know, is this really worth it? Like, should we start again? And the fact that all of those in that room decided that yes, we need to finish this and we have to start over. That blows my mind even more.
Yeah. Well, who knows how much they invested in it at that point. Apparently, there is an original trailer that contains the footage from the pre-stolen footage.
Ooh.
That you can see. I don't know where it is, if it's on YouTube. I'm looking it up, but I'm not sure which is the real stuff and which is the...
That would be funny if you watched that and it was like a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, like it looks...
Like it's the greatest animation you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I don't know if you would even be able to tell the difference if you saw it. It's like Pixar quality. Just, it looks so amazing.
On a side note, Subway and Jared are parting ways. I just got a text message.
Did Subway text you or did Jared text you?
No, a WJL text.
It's Jared.
Hey,
Dad, who's Ryan?
Hey, Ryan.
Just wondering if I could crash at your place for a couple weeks.
Well, I read something about that they were looking to distance themselves until they figured out what it was all about.
I like how we just
Anyway, back to food.
sharp right turn into Jared's Subway territory.
Well,
is Jared in this movie?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Jared's in this.
No, he is not.
It's a wasted opportunity. Could promote those $5 footlongs with all their the other kind of innuendo that's in this movie.
Oh man, it could be unlimited entendres.
I just don't understand how your movie gets stolen and you just go, oh, I guess we have to start over. How does that happen? You don't have backups? You don't make backups? And how does your hard drive get stolen?
Well, take a look at this movie for a second, Adam. Film images, trailers. It doesn't seem like these are intelligent people that are doing intelligent things. So, not backing up their only copy. I could see that. I can see that happening.
It's ridiculous.
But then, you know, once it probably got stolen, they probably heads down, they're bummed out, they're probably weeping and whatnot, and then Vlasic just swooped in with its majestic stork and was like, we're here to save the day, here's a shit ton of money, make this movie. And that's the uplifting story out of all of this. Vlasic.
I just don't even know what to say about this. How many... Other than the ones that we've mentioned, are there many more like branded characters in this movie?
Nope, not many, no.
Is Chef Boyardee in it?
I want to say that there's a chef named Chef Boyardee, but
You want to say that?
There's a chef named Chef Boyardee.
Well, then I guess that's Chef Boyardee.
It's a long way of saying yes.
I don't know if they ever show him.
He's just spoken of.
I do remember him saying his name a few times.
So I'm watching the original trailer, the footage that got stolen, and I'm seeing Chester Cheetah. Was he in it?
I don't remember seeing.
Yeah, they showed Chester Cheetah riding on a motorcycle.
Fuck yeah, what else would he ride?
A wave on a surfboard. It's
Wait,
hang 10 dudes. Yeah, the original trailer it doesn't look much different than the actual movie. Maybe a little bit more detail in the characters, but the animation still looks like shit. And the way that his little buddy moved, the pilot guy, what was he, a chipmunk or something?
Yeah, chocolate chipmunk.
The way that he moves is odd, to say the least. He doesn't move like any kind of animal ever. It's very odd. Well, let's talk about the director here. Lawrence Kasanoff. He's mostly a producer. He's produced a lot of stuff. As far as directing credits, he only did this and Mortal Kombat The Live Tour, which I kind of wish I saw when I was a kid. But he produced a ton of stuff. Pretty much all the Mortal Kombat stuff, the movies, various TV shows, straight-to-video stuff, specials. He did, he produced a lot of stuff. Beowulf, that's the 1999 version of Beowulf. He did Strange Days. He did True Lies. Chud 2. Bud the Chud.
Bud the Chud.
Actually, I just watched that not too long ago. It wasn't bad. Untitled Tetris Sci-Fi Project. That's going to be the Tetris movie, so he's going to be producing the Tetris movie.
Oh, thank goodness.
How do you make a fucking movie about Tetris?
Well, I saw a trailer, a newish trailer for that Pixels movie, and I noticed the Tetris is in that. So I feel like anything that you can do with Tetris, they're going to probably do in that Pixels movie.
Yeah.
And anything else is just going to be stupid.
And awful.
He did produce Ocean Quest, an immersive adventure.
What?
Sounds like one of those IMAX movies.
You watch him at the aquarium.
Marvel Superheroes 4D experience. It looks like he's done like theme park rides.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Not much of a career. I'm surprised that Foodfight didn't just destroy his entire career. Because I can't imagine that Ava Longoria and even Hilary Duff and Charlie Sheen were too happy with the end product of this thing.
No, I hope not.
They probably just kind of hoped that people wouldn't even find out about it. So, any final thoughts on Foodfight before you give your drum roll?
Terrible. I'm gonna say. Oh, and reboot.
Reboot.
What was that word?
What was what word?
The word.
The reboot correlation?
Yeah. That's what we're calling this episode.
I'm reading here, it says, critics and investors were initially so confident in the film that some of them actually called Threshold the next generation Pixar. And Threshold is the animation studio that did this.
But did they maybe not realize that they said it sarcastically?
Oh, that could be.
You know what I mean? Maybe they just didn't realize.
After the movie came out, critics described it as stiff, jerky, lifeless, and unfinished.
Well, they didn't give it time to render.
Noting other problems like uncomfortable sexualization and a terrible script. Yes.
Plus, through the images that I saw, it looks like there's a lot of, for whatever reason, that there's a number of instances of like real women trying to get with the dog detective.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre.
I think that goes along with the uncomfortable sexualization. Because I don't know if Hilary Duff, if she's supposed to be a cat, she doesn't look like a cat.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if like that's as far as they went. You know, they were like, "Hey guys, isn't it kind of weird that we just have like a woman hooking up with this dog?" And they're like, "Oh, what can we do? Well, we can make her a cat, but we don't want her to look too much like a cat." So they just put cat ears on, and they figured it out. We did it.
To me,
cleared it up. It's not weird anymore.
To me, it's almost as if they were trying to make her look more sexy by adding the cat ears and stuff. Like, ooh, she's a sexy cat.
I want to know who thinks that.
The creepy people that made this movie.
I kind of want to meet them.
All right, Ryan, let's go ahead and give you your drum roll. What do you give Foodfight?
1.
It's a 1 out of 10.
It's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to go with that.
A 0.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
That is
because this was awful.
that is a 1/2 out of 10. Wow.
Is it better than Catwoman?
Maybe by like a step.
I don't understand how this can be better than or worse. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Better,
Catwoman was a big blockbuster.
but what it okay,
And
okay, I can see
We are never.
I
Gonna
can follow
find,
that logic, but
We're never gonna find a movie worse than Catwoman.
I'm determined to find a movie worse than Catwoman. This probably cost more to make than Catwoman. If this was like 65 million or
Yeah.
budget,
reportedly 75 million.
Wasn't that like $100 million budget?
I don't remember the budget of Catwoman. I don't keep. I know.
Hold on, I have it written down here somewhere.
It was a pretty big budget. I remember that, but I'm not sure if it broke the $100 million. Well, let's look it up. Catwoman. Let's see. So Catwoman came out in 2004. So theoretically, Foodfight was supposed to actually come out before Catwoman. It had, according to IMDb, the budget was $100 million.
Here's your answer.
Okay, so that's the tiebreaker. Budget is the tiebreaker.
Well, no, but it was just supposed to be a blockbuster, and it was a huge letdown. This movie wasn't really expecting it to be a blockbuster, but it was terrible.
Okay. It's kind of a shame that the live stream is no longer up. I was going to direct people listening to go over to the live stream and watch a few minutes of it, but I guess there's probably clips and stuff on YouTube, and I think other people on YouTube have reviewed it and stuff, so you'll be able to see. I think JonTron did a big review of it that he basically goes through the entire movie, scene by scene almost. So what do you think about Minions? Do I even need to ask?
I'm not really into.
Have you seen the Despicable Me? Or
Nope.
Despicable, any of those? Despicable Me
Nope.
2? Nope. I'm on IMDb right now, and the Minions are promoting the Swiffer Sweeper, Swiffer 360 Duster.
Oh.
So I should probably go out and buy one of those tonight.
Trap the dust, catch the minions.
This thing sucks.
And that one minion on the right, he's just so pissed off. He's like, "What? You fucking sellouts." That's what he's thinking. You sellouts. I'm over here trying to make real music, make real art, and you're over here selling Swiffers.
I like the one that has one eye. Is one giant eye.
And the few strands of hair that are parted in the middle. I'm just not into the Minions.
He's your favorite, Ryan?
I guess so.
I think they're annoying as shit, and I can't stand them.
I hate them. I wish that they were like a real thing, and that I could punch them in the face. Because I have this sneaking suspicion that punching one of those things in the face would feel amazing.
I think you're right. I'm looking at them here.
Because they look kind of soft.
Yeah, they look soft, so they're very pliable. So it probably wouldn't hurt your fist.
No,
if you whacked one. And you could probably just beat on them as hard as you wanted. And even if you killed one of them, they're not human, so it's not like you'd go to jail.
That's true. I mean, you gotta write a law for that. There's not a law.
There's no law against killing minions, so
fair game.
And I think there's a whole lot of them too. There's like millions of the damn things.
They only focus on these three, right? Are they all like different? Because I only see the three.
I think
but in the movie, there's like 800 of them.
I think that they're the main ones. I think those three. Isn't one of them named Kevin?
Is he?
Yeah, Stuart, Kevin, and Bob.
Yes.
I don't know.
I want to punch the Kevin one.
So now you have a dog name after you had a pigeon.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know which one's which, but ugh.
I don't either.
All right.
I'm gonna search it and see if it shows me. Which one's? Oh, it doesn't.
No, because they don't really have voices. It's all the same person that does all the voices.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently,
Looks
they don't
like-
wear underwear either.
Oh yeah, that's good to know.
Looks like from the poster, they're standing there naked and their little butts are hanging out. I'll have to send this. Ryan, you'll have to text this picture to Jared. Like,
I really love them, man.
he's probably into that. All right. Any final thoughts on Food Fight or Minions?
Don't even bother.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to say don't even waste your time. I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, really. What's that all about?
You thought you were, or were you worried that you're going to wear out the catchphrase?
Yes. This is more than a waste of time. I don't even know what you'd call this. It's gonna if you stuck needles in your eyeballs, it'd be kind of like that. Whatever you would call that situation.
Torture, maybe? All right. Well, on that, I think we're all set for the week. Send us your questions. Podcast filmpulse.net is the address. Follow us on Twitter at filmpulsenet, at filmpulsekevin, and at my legs don't work. And be sure to take a look at our Patreon page at patreon.com/filmpulse. We appreciate that very much. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holmes, my name is Adam Patterson, and we'll see you on Monday.
See you later. I've snot in my, between my nose and my throat.
Sweet.
And I can't get rid of it.